one of the things about when the West fights the East, in this context, when a Western power, America, Israel, Europe, fights a Muslim power, there's an uneven ethical playing field in the sense that the Hezbollah, let's use Hezbollah as an example. Hezbollah seeks to maximize the civilian casualties on the enemy's side because it benefits them the most in their constituency. Israel and America try to minimize civilian casualties to the best as possible because because their constituency demands that they minimize. So you have a kind of an unfair playing field for starters. Israel, I mean, the whole thing was a screw up. I mean, there was restraint, and then there was massive bombing, and then there was restraint, and then there was a ground war, and then there was a stop ground war, and then there was a start. I mean, it looked a little bit like Iraq in some ways. You know, it's decide what you're going to do and do it. Use the number of troops you need, or don't do it. I can't say that it was an overreaction. It was just a bad reaction. Aspects of it were overreaction. But all Hezbollah has to do in fighting the mighty power of Israel is not lose. Israel has to win decisively. The same holds true in Iraq, I think. I mean, you know, the American military in Iraq right now is extraordinarily good at killing terrorists. I mean, really, really expert at it. But it doesn't really matter because that's not the only battlefield. And on the other battlefields, we just can't seem to win. And so, you know, wars aren't like wars used to be. I mean, in the '67 war, in 1973, it was, you know, their 1,500 tanks versus Israel's 1,500 tanks, and whoever blew up the most tanks won. It's just a different thing, and we have to. And this is a serious thing that people in Washington, the media, everywhere have to think about. It's I don't know how to put this right, and I don't want to put it too bluntly, but Hezbollah is fighting a completely different war than Israel was fighting. You know, I mean, Hezbollah was fighting a war against Israeli civilians. Israel was trying not to fight a war against Lebanese civilians. It did it very imperfectly. But you have a war in which the sides are held to different standards. The person with the stringent moral standard applied is not going to win.
So do you